ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Welcome everyone. We'll start off by reading the verses of the 10th canto, 8th chapter Srimad Bhagavatam. Shri Shukha Uvacha Garga Purohito Rajan Yadunam Sumahatapah Vrajam Jagamanandasya Vasudeva Prachoditah Tam Drishtva Paramapritaha Pratyuthaya Kritanjali आनर्चादोक्षजधिया प्रणिपात पुरस्सरं सूपविष्टं कृतातिथ्यं गिरा सोनृतया मुनिं नन्दयित्वा ब्रवीद् ब्रह्मन् पूर्णस्य करवाम किं महद्विचलनं नृणां गृहीणां दीनचेतसां निःश्रेयसाय भगवन् कल्पते नान्यथा क्वचित् ज्योतिषामयनं साक्षात् यत्तज्ज्ञानमतीन्द्रियं प्रणीतं भवता येन पुमान् वेद परावरम् त्वं हि ब्रह्मविदां श्रेष्ठ संस्कारान् कर्तुमर्हसि बालयोरनयो नृणां जन्मना ब्राह्मणो गुरु। श्रीगर्ग उवाच यदूनामहमाचार्यः ख्यातश्च भुवि सर्वदा सुतं मया संस्कृतं ते मन्यते देवकी सुतं कंसपापमति सख्यं तव चानकदुन्दुभे देवक्या अष्टमो गर्भो न स्त्री भवितुमर्हति इति संचिन्तयन् श्रुत्वा देवक्या दारिकावच अपि हन्ता गताशङ्कस्तर्हि तन्नो नयो भवेत्। श्रीनन्द उवाच अलक्षितोऽस्मिन् रहसि मामकैरपि गोव्रजे कुरु द्विजातिसंस्कारं स्वस्ति वाचनपूर्वकं। श्रीशुक उवाच एवं सम्प्रार्थितो विप्रः स्वचिकीर्षितमेव तत् चकार नामकरणं गूढो रहसि बालयो। श्रीगर्ग उवाच अयं हि रोहिणीपुत्रो रमयन् सुहृदो गुणैः आख्यास्यते राम इति बलाधिक्यात् बलं विदुः यदूनाम् अपृथग्भावात् सङ्कर्षणमुशन्त्यपि आसन् वर्णास्त्रयो ह्यस्य गृह्णतोऽनुयुगं तनुः शुक्लो रक्तस्तथा पीत इदानीं कृष्णताङ्गतः प्रागयं वसुदेवस्य क्वचिज्जातस्तवात्मज वासुदेव इति श्रीमान् अभिज्ञा सम्प्रचक्षते बहुनि सन्ति नामानि रूपाणि च सुतस्य ते गुणकर्मानुरूपाणि तान्यहं वेद नो जना एष वः श्रेय आधास्यद् गोपगोकुलनन्दनः अनेन सर्वदुर्गाणि यूयम् अञ्जस्तरिष्यथ पुराणेन व्रजपते साधवो दस्युपीडिता अराजके रक्ष्यमाणा जिज्ञुर्दस्युन् समेधिता य एतस्मिन् महाभागा प्रीतिं कुर्वन्ति मानवाः नारयोऽभिभवन्त्येतान् विष्णुपक्षान् इवासुराः तस्मान्नन्दात्मजोऽयं ते नारायणसमो गुणैः श्रिया कीर्त्यानुभावेन गोपायस्व समाहिता। श्रीशुक उवाच इत्यात्मानं समादिश्य गर्गे च स्वगृहं गते नंद प्रमुदितो मेने आत्मानं पूर्णमाशिषां हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone. We continue our study on the verses of Canto 10, Chapter 8, Srimad Bhagavatam. This chapter is wonderful. The first 20 verses, they deal with the name-giving ceremony of Krishna and Balaram, after which Krishna's childhood pastimes begin. So yesterday, we saw Sri Shukha Uvacha, Gargah Purohito Rajan Yadunam Sumahatapah Vrajam Jagamanandasya Vasudeva Prachoditah. Gargācārya has been introduced in this wonderful pastime by Shri Shukdev Goswami. Gargācārya is such a great Vaishnav There is a whole Samhita named after him as Garga Samhita. Samhita means that which has been compiled and collected together. So there is Manu Samhita, that which has been compiled by Manu Maharaj. Then there is Brahma Samhita, very famous Brahma Samhita that has been compiled by Lord Brahmaji. Similarly, Gargācārya compiled and offered wonderful glorification of Sri Hari. It's called Garga Samhita. So Garga Purohito Rajan Yadu Namsu Mahatapa. Yadu Nam Purohita. Gargācārya was not invoked as a priest or as a guru just for time being. Sometimes in the present generation, to get a certain samskar done, you find a local pujari or a local priest from a temple who can just come for that particular event, perform the fire sacrifice, and then go back. Right? We don't have a personal relation. But here it is described Yadunam Purohita. Gargācārya was not a priest or a pujari or a guru just for one moment. Coming down many years of legacy and attachment and mutual affection with the Yadu dynasty, Gargācārya has been their vision. He has been the one who has been providing eyes for them or vision for them. This is very important, especially for grihasthas, because we grihasthas, we don't know what to do when. We don't know about samskars. We don't know when is a good time. We don't know when is a bad time. We don't know when there is a grahan or an eclipse. We don't know when there is Rahukal. We don't know when Upanayan Samskar, Dvijati Samskar has to be performed. Even for buying a home or Grih Pravesh, there has to be proper advice given. When to step into the home, when to perform the yajna, what time, what movement of the sun is most auspicious. These things are very important because most of us in the conditioned state, we are grahagrastha, we are caught by the planetary implications because of past life. So we all need an advanced Vaishnav, an advanced priest, an advanced guru in our life who can tell us what to do, when to do, how to do. So therefore, Yadu dynasty, for a long time, they surrendered to Gargācārya, and Gargācārya was the one who was teaching them what to do and how to do. Garga Purohito Rajan referring to Parikshit Maharaj. And also this is an invocation in the sense, we mentioned yesterday how Shukdev Goswami, while speaking, he is invoking the attention of Maharaj Parikshit because it's been already 5 days out of 7 days. So it's possible that when we are hearing, we may get distracted either by hunger or thirst or sleep. And Parikshit Maharaj has been cursed to leave in 7 days. So this katha is going on the 5th day. 10th canto is going on. 9 cantos have already been spoken. So it's possible maybe on the back of the mind. It is possible on the back of the mind. There could be thought of distraction that very soon I will depart. The hanging sword of death may be invoking some fear. Of course, for Maharaj Parikshit, he was the Murtiman Swarup, the personified feature of abhayata or nirbhayata, fearlessness. But this is a way to invoke attention back. Apart from that, by calling him Rajan, although Maharaj Parikshit had renounced his Kshatriya duties, he had renounced his palace, he was sitting like a sadhu on the banks of Ganga. Shukdev Goswami is calling him Rajan to say that, "O Maharaj Parikshit, you have been a Kshatriya. You know the rules of Kshatriya, how Namakarana has to be performed within 100 days, within 3 months. You know. So tradition is Brahmanas have to perform within 1 month and Kshatriyas within 3 months. And Vaishyas may spill little over also. Of course, in the present generation, mostly the hospitals, they ask the name of the child at childbirth itself for making birth certificates and things like that. Anyway, so here by saying Rajan, Shukdev Goswami is invoking Maharaj Parikshit's attention, 1. And 2, he is invoking the tradition that you know that Kṛṣṇa is already close to being 100 days now. And as a Kshatriya, Vasudeva Maharaj would have some anxiety that Namakarana has to be performed because you're a Kshatriya, you know it yourself. So that Rajan has that invocation as well. By saying Su Mahatapa, of course, Purohita, we also mentioned Puraha means ahead and Hita means to do benefit, to bring in auspiciousness. And we compared through the works of Sri Kavikarnapur yesterday, how Gargācārya has been compared to the sun, Surya Dev, how Surya comes in front of the darkness of this world only to give light, only to give heat, and only to do good to others. Now, if you think Surya Dev by rising on our horizon, what benefit does he get? He doesn't get any benefit. He doesn't get anything from us. Nothing. He's only coming to give. So Gargācārya is like that, Purohitaha. He's coming in front of Vasudeva Maharaj to do good to him. And now very soon he's coming in front of Nanda Maharaj to do good to him. Sumahatapa has been the name invoked here. Actually, while studying Srimad Bhagavatam, this is the best procedure where we study word for word. We understand the whole science behind why the words have been used in a certain way. Not in a scholarly way, but in a devotional perspective with lessons. So why has Gargācārya been called as Sumahatapa? The word tapa, tapa has been defined as Indriya Sayyama. Tapaso Indriya Sayyama. That somebody who is austere is called tapasvi. And who is that austere person? Indriya Sayyama. Somebody who has controlled his senses. Somebody who has controlled, in Bhagavad Gita, Kṛṣṇa says that a person is austere if he has controlled kamaveg, the urge of lusty sensual desire. So that is a tapasvi person. If someone gets a little thought of lusty sensual pleasure in the mind and starts going to execute it, that person is not austere. That person is not austere. Apuryamanam achalam pratishtham. Gita explains, just like rivers come into the ocean, but the ocean doesn't get agitated by those rivers. In the heat of summer, the ocean water doesn't get depleted. It doesn't give all its water away in summer through evaporation and doesn't become depleted. And at the same time, in monsoon, it doesn't get overflooded. Small ponds do. They get evaporated in summer and they get overflooded in monsoon, in rainy season. But oceans don't. Oceans are so deep. Vaishnavas are considered to be like ocean. Sadhus are considered to be like ocean. Very deep and grave and philosophically so insurmountable like an ocean that even if there is summer heat of distress in their life, they don't get depleted. And even if there is monsoon rain of material joy, they don't get overjoyed. Even when there are rivers of material desires coming into their mind, they don't act on it. This is a tapasvi person. It is not that a great soul doesn't get desires. Sometimes he may get a lusty thought. He may get a greedy thought. But the difference between a great soul and a mediocre soul is the mediocre ordinary ones like us. We will chase to execute it. But great souls, even if it comes in their mind, they let it pass as if it doesn't exist. They don't give any respect to these thoughts. So that is a tapasvi, tapa. But this is not enough. Mahatapa means someone, instead of just controlling the lower desires, they use all those tendencies in serving Kṛṣṇa. Kamam cha dasye natu kama kamyaya yathottama shloka janashrayarati. In the section of Ambarish Maharaj, it is said that Ambarish Maharaj used his desires not for personal desire, but for serving Kṛṣṇa. So this is a Mahatapa. Someone who's so busy serving Kṛṣṇa that he doesn't have to fight his mind to control the lower needs. Imagine if someone is not serving Kṛṣṇa, there are no proper engagement for his senses, then he has to say, I should not speak bad, I should not act impious, right? He has to tell himself not to do the negative. That is a tapasvi. But if someone is a mahatapasvi, he's so absorbed in the positive that he doesn't have to think so much about overcoming the negative. Imagine in our room, we switch on the light. We don't have to think about how to overcome darkness. That is a mahatapasvi. Someone who's serving Kṛṣṇa, talking about Kṛṣṇa, singing about Kṛṣṇa, chanting about Kṛṣṇa, hearing about Kṛṣṇa, reading about Kṛṣṇa, remembering Kṛṣṇa, that he doesn't have to fight his mind on overcoming the negativity of this world. He's so busy honoring prasadam in the temple that he doesn't have to tell himself, don't go to a restaurant. Because he's enjoying the higher taste. So this is Mahatapa. And someone is Saushthavam, so Sushtu. If someone is extremely pure-hearted, on that path of bhakti, then he is Sumahatapa, a great Vaishnav. So Gargācārya is a great Vaishnav. He is Yadunam Purohitaha and Vasudeva Prachoditaha. He has been invoked by Vasudeva Maharaj. So Vasudeva Maharaj sees himself like a disciple and sees Gargācārya as the guru. And one should never hide anything from one's guru. One should never try to impress one's guru. One should never try to glorify oneself in front of one's guru. One should show the weakness of one's heart. This is where I'm going wrong. Oh Gurudev, my sadhana is not good. Oh Gurudev, I get angry very quickly. I become very proud when people appreciate me. Oh Gurudev, my mind is troubling me and there are so many lusty desires in my heart. Things like that. Opening up the weakness of our heart and sometimes just opening up and asking for solution. This is the duty of a disciple. So Vasudeva Maharaj as a disciple, he opened up his heart completely, didn't keep any secrets. He sat with Gargācārya and he told Gargācārya, like a disciple speaks to the guru and says, actually that child in Nanda Baba's home is my child. Kṛṣṇa is my child. He appeared to me in the prison house. After I lost all my children, he appeared as a little child and I carried him. Oh Garga, how can I tell you? With so much anxiety to protect him, with so much fear in my heart to protect him after 6 babies have been killed and the 7th went missing. This 8th child, my only child, became my priority and I wanted to protect him. So in the middle of the night on a basket on top of my head, I crossed the Jamuna and I kept him in the house of Nanda Maharaj. And I have come back. And now Nanda Maharaj may feel that is his child. So, oh Gurudev, I am having this anxiety because it's almost close to 100 days now. And I feel there should be Dvijati Samskar, the twice born ceremonies, not just name giving ceremony. A sadhu has to come, bless, touch different parts of the body of the child and do karanyas and anganyas and purify the body. At the same time, put tilak on the body of the child and perform different samskars for the child. You know, in the future, there could be Anna Prashna, where first grain has to be given. There has to be Vidyarambha Samskar. Some sadhu has to hold the hand of my child and teach him Akar, Akar, Ikar, Ukar. Krishna says, Vedaham Samatitani. And Bhagwan Vyasadev says, Abhijna Swarat. Krishna knows everything. But look at the Vatsalya Rati, the protective parental mood of Vasudeva Maharaj. He's saying, can you, as my Gurudev, please help me? Can you go to Nanda Bhavan? Please, I beg you, can you help me in this regard? Can you be my Purohit? And I cannot say all this to Nanda Maharaj. Also, what I'm telling you, can you secretively, confidentially hide all this and do it in Nanda Bhavan? So that I am here, Nanda Baba is there, and the child's, Krishna's well-being, Krishna's protection, Krishna's beneficial, protective life continues, auspicious life continues. Can you help me, O Guru? So all of this Vasudeva Maharaj speaks and Gargācārya holds him by the hand and says, you don't worry, I will take care. So all of these emotions are packed in the word prachoditaha. Vasudeva prachoditaha. You see, all the details of Shastra, of Krishna Leela, cannot be explained to the minute details in Bhagavatam. Because Parikshit Maharaj has only 7 days. At the same time, you can imagine how voluminous Srimad Bhagavatam will become. 10th canto itself will become 18,000 verses if we speak about all the nuances. So Acharyas come into picture and they start explaining word for word. Shukdev Goswami speaks in sutras. He speaks in aphorisms. And our Acharyas very kindly come. They, through their pure-hearted, realized consciousness, they can see these pastimes, they can hear these conversations, and they can explain what Shukdev Goswami is writing. For example, when 5 different people in 5 different parts of the city, same city, 5 different parts. They are tuning into a certain frequency, FM radio frequency. All of them will hear the same song. They will all hear the same song, and they don't have to know each other. Just because they are all tuning to the same frequency, they can hear the same song. This is called Samadhi Bhasha. This is the tuning of trance, where all the great acharyas, in their pure hearted state, Samyak Pranahite Male, Apashyan Purusham Purnam. It is described in Shastra when someone has purified consciousness, then they are tuning into the frequency of Samadhi, trance. And all those acharyas who are tuning into the same lila, in that same deep and advanced level of purity, they're all entering that same lila. And from grammar perspective, from rasa perspective, tattva perspective, they're able to hear conversations. This is called bhava chakshu, bhava netra, bhava shrotram. They're able to hear through the ears of devotion. They're able to see the Leela through the eyes of devotion. And whatever details they're seeing is what they write as explanation to Shukdev Goswami's words. So it is not imagination. So after this conversation took place, Vrajam Jagama Nandasya. So the word Jagama means went. Shukdev Goswami is speaking from the perspective of him speaking to Parikshit Maharaj on the banks of Ganga. So he's saying, Garga went to Vrindavan. You can see sometimes in the Bhagavatam, Shukdev Goswami is so absorbed in the Leela that he is in Vrindavan. Although he's speaking on the banks of the Ganga to Parikshit Maharaj, his heart, Moraman Vrindavan, his heart is in Vrindavan. So therefore, sometimes he will say, instead of saying Gata, he will say Agata, that he came to Vrindavan. So generally, when someone is outside Vrindavan, they will say that person went to Vrindavan. But if someone is in Vrindavan, they will say that person came to Vrindavan. So Shukdev Goswami, although he is outside, sometimes he will say he came to Vrindavan. This demon came to Vrindavan. So that means at that time we should understand, the Acharyas explain, that Shukdev Goswami is outside the dham in body, but inside the dham in heart. So just with one word, Prati Shloke, Prati Akhare Nana Arthe Koi, Krishna Tulya Bhagavat, Vibhu Sarvashray. Sriman Mahaprabhu himself, while explaining the Atma Ramascha Munayo Nirgrantha Apyurukrame, Kurvanti Ahitukim Bhaktim Ittam Bhuta Guno Hari verse, Sriman Mahaprabhu explained that verse in 61 different ways. One verse. Sriman Mahaprabhu, Sri Gaurang Mahaprabhu, our Nimai Vishwambar, he explained it in 61 different ways. And of course, Vaishnavas also can study Bhagavatam in that way. Every word can have so many meanings. It can have a straight grammatical meaning. It can have a colloquial meaning. It can have a scholarly meaning, mundane scholarly meaning. It can have a devotional meaning. So many perspectives. So, Vrajam Jagama Nandasya Vasudeva Prachoditaha. Gargācārya, inspired by Vasudev, entered Nanda Maharaj's Vrindavan. Srimad Jiva Goswami Pad has explained that when Gargācārya entered Sri Vrindavan Dham, Gokul Mahavan, he's coming from Mathura, he's seeing beautiful pasture grounds. He sees calves and cows. Many cows are in the grazing, and some calves are around. Some are sitting, some are walking, some are even jumping around with their tails upraised. Vrindavan looks so beautiful. Jayati te dhikam janmana braja, shrayata indira shashvadatrahi. The gopis have said in Gopi Geet that Kṛṣṇa te janmana braja adhikam jayati. Vrindavan is anyway glorious, always glorious. But by your birth, adhikam jayati. Even Kṛṣṇa appeared before he appeared in Vrindavan, Vrindavan is extremely beautiful. But after he came, ततश्च पौघण्डभयश्रितौ व्रजे बभूव तस्थौ पशुपालसम्मतौ गाश्चारयन्तो सखिभिः सममृतं वृन्दावनं पुण्यम अतीव चक्रतुः. Ativa punyam chakratuhu. Krishna became more, Vrindavan became more opulent. Vrindavan became more auspicious. Vrindavan became more beautiful. Vrindavan became more happier. So therefore, Jayatite Adhikam Janmana Braja. Gopis are saying, hey, Sham Sundar, Hey Nandanandan, hey Yashodanandan, hey Radharaman, by your appearance in Vrindavan, te janmana vraja adhikam jayati. So much so that Shrayata Indira Shashwadatrahi. The word Indira generally refers to Lakshmi Devi, right? So when you have come in this land of Vrindavan, the gopis are saying in Gopi Geet, O Krishna, by your coming into Vrindavan, Lakshmi has left Vaikuntha and she has moved to Brajmandal. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai ho. Lakshmi has come to Belwan. Lakshmi Devi everywhere, she is offering blessings. There is different type Dhana Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi, right? Mahalakshmi. There are different types of Lakshmis, and she's always blessing others. But in Vrindavan, she's like this. And in Belwan, she's performing tapasya because she wants to happily, joyfully enter the Rasa Leela of Sham Sundar Shri Krishna. So Shrayata, Shrayata means Ashraya. Shrayate, she has taken shelter. Shrayata Indira, Lakshmi, Shashwat Atrahi. Just generally, Lakshmi is considered to be Chanchala. Money keeps moving, wealth keeps moving. But Shrayate Indira Shashwat. Shashwat Shrayate. Eternal residence she has taken of Vrindavan. Akhand Brajbas. Lakshmi has left Vaikuntha and say, Braj tyaj ke मैं कहीं नहीं जाऊं रसिकन के संग नित्य पाऊं. May I have the association of these great souls. May I live in Vrindavan. Shashwat Atrahi. Not in Goloka Vrindavan. Bhuloka Vrindavan, Atra, on this land, on Bhumi Devi, Lakshmi has come. He, Khalu Etat, certainly she has taken residence here. So when we say Lakshmi, that has two meanings, external wealth and internal wealth. External wealth increased. So one is Lakshmi herself as Lakshmi Devi, as the Ardhangini of Mahavishnu. She has come in person. So that's one. Another meaning is Lakshmi means wealth. So that means external wealth or internal wealth. Nanda Maharaj in his life, not just in his life, in the life of Brajbasis, both increased. External wealth increased because the cows were giving so much milk in joy. Because Gopal has come, Govind has come. Gopal Angana Kardame Biharse Vipradhware Lajjase. Seeing Krishna around. Nand ko ananda bhayo jai kanhaiya lal ki. Whole of Vrindavan became so ecstatic. The cows are running around giving milk. So much so that it is it is described that the cows are giving more milk in Vrindavan than the milk ocean of Shvetadvip. There, Sriman Narayana is resting. Here, Sriman Narayana is running around. Can you imagine? There is more milk here. So, wealth, Lakshmi has come in full potency. Wealth has increased outside. Wealth has increased within. Santushti, prasannata, joy. Nanda Maharaj has become Ananda Swarup. So much more joy in the hearts of the Brajbasis. From the time Krishna has appeared, everyone has become so happy. All the cows are leaving their calves and licking Balgopal. They are having more love for Yashodanandan than the love that they have for their own calf. Can you imagine? All the motherly gopis are embracing Gopal more dearer to their heart than they're embracing their own child. How is it possible? So external wealth has increased, internal joy wealth has increased, and Lakshmi has come in full potency. Apart from that, the word Indira refers to Sri Radharani. Indira is a name of Sri Radha. So Shrayata Indira Shashwadatrahi. O Krishna, when you have come to Vrindavan, आपके इस अवतार लेने से, by your appearance in Vrindavan, Vraja Adhikam Jayati. Vrindavan has become more glorious because now there are footprints of your lotus feet all over the dust of Vrindavan. There are signs and symbols of your lotus feet everywhere. And Sri Radharani herself has appeared in this land. And Shashwat Atrahi, Shrayata Indira Shashwat Atrahi. This line is a golden line. Radharani is golden complexion, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. This line is golden. Why? Because when the gopis are saying Sri Radharani has taken complete shelter of Dham Vrindavan, this is so beautiful because Krishna left Vrindavan, went to Mathura, went to Dwaraka. But Sri Radharani did not leave Vrindavan to go to Mathura and Dwarka. Shrayata Indira Shashwadatrahi. Sri Radharani has taken complete shelter of Sri Dham Vrindavan. Because Dham is non-different from Sri Radharani. So she's there in full potency. Goshtendratmaja Vallabha Vijayate Radhaiva Vrindatavi. Sri Radharani herself has appeared as Sri Vrindavan Dham. Panchayojana Vistirna Dhamacha Hridayam Mama. When someone enters Sri Dham Vrindavan, they are actually entering the heart of Sri Radharani. They are entering the heart of Radha and Krishna. Manasa Prakrite Jato Giri Govardhano Mahan. Vrindavan Dham, Giriraj Govardhan, Yamuna, they're all part of the existence of Radha and Shyam Sundar. So therefore, that Vrindavan Dham when Krishna has appeared, where Radharani is there, Lakshmi Devi is there, wealth is there, internal joy is there, the Brajbasis are so happy, the cows, the calves, the trees, the birds, the animals, the deer, the peacocks, the cuckoos, the parrots, they're all so happy. Brinda Devi has made so many beautiful arrangements, has decorated the forest of Brindavan. Twad Ajneya Pallava Pushpa Bringa Murgadibir Madhava Keli Kunja Madhvadibir Bhanti Vibhushyamana Vrinde Namaste Charanaravinda. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has glorified Brinda Devi as she who directs all the Leelas in Brindavan. She is the one who tells which tree should have which fruit. Which tree should have which flower? Now we may say, well, mango tree will have mango fruit. Yes, outside Vrindavan, not in Brajmandal. In Brajmandal, you can have orange or apple tree have mango fruits. Depending on what is a stimulant or what is a sahayaka, that which helps, assists, serves in the Leelas of Sri Krishna. So when Gargācārya is entering that Brajmandal from Mathura, he is entering the Vrindavan where Krishna has appeared. Sri Jiva Goswami Prabhupada has explained the glory of this land. He says, Vrindavan looks so beautiful. And Gargācārya is amazed. What is this place? Where have I come? Just few steps away from Mathura. And I have entered into a different realm of reality altogether. So that is what happens between verse 1 and verse 2. So now, as Gargācārya enters Vrindavan, we enter verse 2. Tam drishtva parama pritaha pratyuthaya kritanjali anarchadhokshaja dhiya pranipata purassaram. Srila Prabhupada's translation. When Nanda Maharaj saw Garga Muni present at his home, Nanda was so pleased that he stood up to receive him with folded hands. Although seeing Garga Muni or Gargācārya with his eyes, Nanda Maharaj could appreciate that Garga Muni was adhokshaja. That is, he was not an ordinary person seen by material senses. Gargācārya is entering Gokul Mahavan. Nanda Maharaj, tam drishtva paramapritaha. Nanda Maharaj, as we explained yesterday, he had anxiety on his side that he also wanted his child to be named, to be protected, and samskars to be done by a great soul. And now Gargācārya is coming in front of him. Gargācārya is coming in front of him. This is considered to be great fortune. Very great fortune. Akshno phalam twadrisha darshanam hi. Sriman Mahaprabhu, when he saw Sanatan Goswami Pad, he embraced him and he said, the perfection of my eyes is to see sadhus like you. This is why Krishna has made eyes for me. Mahaprabhu is telling Sanatan Goswami that the perfection of my eyes is to see you. Perfection of my hands is to touch your form. So when we come to Akshanvatam Phalamidam na param vidama, we will elaborate more on that. But it is the perfection of our eyes to see great souls. When they see us, that is kimuta. What more can be said for that? But even if that is not possible, if we are able to just go and see, have darshan of a great soul, this is very purifying. Very purifying. Sometimes you see there are some great souls. They may not speak much, maybe a word or two. And sometimes people may think, oh, what is the point traveling that distance to see that sadhu? He doesn't speak much anyway. He's either mauni, he keeps quiet, or he speaks very little, or he's very old. What is the point? No, that's not the point. If he speaks and gives some instruction or speaks some Hari Katha, that's like the icing on the cake. That's the flavoring. But just going and having darshan of a great soul, this is very purifying for us. Very purifying. This is wonderful. So we find durlabho manavo deho dehinam kshana bhangura tatrapi durlabham manye vaikuntha priya darshanam. It is rare to get a human form, but what is even more rare than getting a human form is in that human form having darshan of a very great soul. Vayam dhanyatama guropi kshatra bandhava vayam pibamuhu tvatta punyam Kṛṣṇa kathamritam. If we get human form and if we meet a great soul, that is great auspiciousness. And if that great soul speaks to us some harikatha, that is more fortune. And imagine if we are on our departing bed and a pure Vaishnav sings or speaks harikatha to us, that is most fortune. So therefore, Parikshit Maharaj says, Dhanya, Dhanyatara, Dhanyatama. I am fortunate, O Shukdev Goswami, that I met you. I am more fortunate that you're speaking Bhagavatam to me. And I am most fortunate that on the last 7 days of my life, I see you and you speak to me for 7 days on the banks of the Ganga in the presence of such great souls. What can be greater fortune than that? So, tam drishtva parama pritaha. Nanda Maharaj saw Gargācārya. And parama pritaha. He became extremely joyful. His eyes lit up like Jagannath. Nanda Maharaj is Jagannath's father. So you can imagine. Qualities will carry forward from father to son. So Nanda Maharaj, Parama Pritaha, with his eyes completely dilated in joy, Parama Pritaha, hearts full of gratitude. Pratyutthaya Kritanjali. Pratyutthaya. He got up. So Utthaya means to stand up. And Prati Utthaya means to stand up and walk a few steps towards our guest. This is Vedic culture. When some senior person, someone older in age, steps in to the room, immediately out of culture, we should stand up. This is respect. If we are sitting on the couch and we are reading a newspaper or we are reading some magazine or we are on our phone and some person who's great, it could be Jnana Vriddha, it could be Vayo Vriddha. Somebody who's spiritually advanced, somebody who's advanced in age, somebody who's more devotionally inclined, we should get up and out of respect and tell them, Aap birajiye, please sit, you sit. This seat is for you. This is important. Abhivadana shilasya nityam vriddhopasevinaha chatvari tasya vardhante ayu vidya yashobalam. When one serves great souls, stands up to welcome them and serves them by saying, please sit down, the seat is for you. मैं आपके लिए क्या लाऊं? What can I get for you? Will you have some prasadam? Will you have some water? Can I give you something? By serving like this, chatvari tasya vardhante, 4 things increase. Ayuho, vidya, yasho, balam. Longevity increases, life increases. Vidya, spiritual wisdom increases. Yasha, fame increases. And balam, spiritual strength increases. On the other hand, when we don't respect superiors, then these 4 will be lost. These 4 will be lost. So Nanda Maharaj can think, why should I respect anybody? God has appeared as my son. He lives in my home. Who else is there bigger than Kṛṣṇa? No. Nanda Maharaj in so much humility. Parama pritaha pratyutthaya kritanjali. He got up joyfully. He walked towards Gargācārya. This is another thing. We should, as a grihastha, we should never wait for a guest to enter our home. When you know someone is coming, open the door and wait for them and say, please come, we are waiting for you. You got a little late. We thought you will come a little early. No problem. We are so excited that you're here. Please come. Please, aap aiye. Please come. This is the way to welcome. This is Vedic culture. Pratyutthaya and Kritanjali. Krita Anjali. Kritanjali means when all the 10 fingers meet each other. This is called Kritanjali. Folded palms. Anjali sthani pushpani. This is called Kritanjali. Palms coming together. When you say namaste or namastubhyam, namaha te or namaha tubhyam. Oh, I bow down to you. Kṛṣṇa lives in your heart. I bow down to you. This is called namaste. In Vedic culture, we don't say hello or hi or And hey, how's it going? What's up? We don't say anything like that. We say namaste, namastubhyam, namo namaha. I bow down to you. Krishna lives in your heart. You are a walking temple. Your heart is the altar. Krishna as Paramatma is the deity. Please come. Please come. I am so honored that you're coming. In this way, Kritanjali. You see how wonderful Shukdev Goswami, while speaking Harikatha, he's teaching us so much. There is cultural lessons, there are grihastha lessons, even some material lessons, conversational lessons, how to speak to one another, how to reveal one's heart. At the same time, devotional, directly spiritual devotional lessons also. So tam drishtva paramapritaha pratyuthaya kritanjali anarcha adhoksha jithiya pranipata purassaram. So pranipata, pata, nipata, pranipata. Patan means to fall. So if someone, let's say there is a slip, someone slips accidentally, that is called pata. There's patan, there's fall. And nipata, nitaram pata, which means to bow down completely at the feet of a Vaishnav and get up immediately. You offer obeisances and you get up. This is called nitaram pata. Then it's possible you offer obeisances, get up, and you offer another obeisances. This is called nipata. And pranipata, prakarshena nitaram pata, which means to outstretch oneself and offer obeisances and not get up. Till the time the Acharya doesn't say, no, no, you please don't bow down like this. You please get up. Please get up. So then the Vaishnav gets up. Nanda Maharaj did that. Pranipat. This is the meaning of what Krishna says, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. One should not just come in front of Guru and just do, Swamiji, namaste. Not do like this. Or talk material things. One should offer obeisances. But that is pata. One does this and gets up, and this is nipata. And when one offers complete obeisances in Atma Samarpan, in complete surrender, keeping one's heart at the lotus feet of Guru and asking questions, touching. Actually, when obeisances are offered, we should keep our hands like this and offer obeisances in the mood that I am touching the lotus feet of the great soul. I am taking his blessings. So this is called pranipata. When we do this to Sri Guru, then upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, text 34. So Nanda Maharaj, purassaram, coming in front of Gargācārya, pranipata, he said, oh, you're coming, please come, please come, please come. I'm so honored. So paramapritaha, pratyuthaya, getting up, walking towards Gargācārya with folded palms, and pranipata purassaram, complete obeisances. And Gargācārya was saying, oh Nanda Baba, please, please get up. You're the king of this place. No, this, ye aapko shobha nahi deta. No, you get up. Nanda Bharat said, no, no, you are a great Brahmana. You are such a great Vaishnava. So both are glorifying each other. Gargācārya says, no, no, now you should. That's enough. Don't bow down. That's okay. You can get up. Then after getting up, Nanda Maharaj, he brings Gargācārya respectfully to his home, gives him a sitting place, washes his lotus feet, performs complete arati, offers him sandalwood paste, offers him a garland, gives him some madhuparka to drink, then sits down at his lotus feet and massages his feet. This is given by our acharyas. Very specifically, Srila Sanatan Goswami Pad, he writes that Nanda Maharaj, pranipata dandavat pranama vinayena ati namrata tat purvakam. That Nanda Maharaj, with extreme humility, Trinadapi Sunishena, he worshipped Gargācārya. And all of that is packed together in one word, anarcha. Anarcha. So, with anarcha, all of these different aspects of worship are included. What was the thought process? How did Nanda Maharaj see Gargācārya? The word used is adhokshaja dhiya. Dhi means buddhi, intelligence. And adhokshaja is the name of Krishna. So our acharyas now start explaining what this adhokshaja dhiya is. Many explanations have been given, different meanings to the word adhokshaja dhiya. Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, in his Gaudiya Bhashya commentary to Chaitanya Bhagavat, in Adi Khanda chapter 5, he explains the concept of Athithi Devo Bhava or Athithi Narayana. When someone comes unexpected, without a tithi, someone comes home without telling us that they're coming. With, of course, if they tell us that they're coming, that is tithi, proper time, proper place. But if someone is coming without prior notice, that is called atithi. And when someone comes like that, one should not think, oh, see who's coming. We should not say, oh, how come they're coming? Kitchen is dirty, front room is dirty. Now, what are we supposed to do? Chalo, start cleaning the hall. Some guests are coming, right? This happens in all of our homes when someone is coming unexpected. Then we should have an extra room in the house only to push all that extra things which are all over the place in that room and close the door. Here, Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada writes, when an Athithi comes, Athithi Narayana, one should see that Sri Hari himself has come in the form of this guest. So that is the first explanation to Adhokshaja Dhiya. Adhokshaja is the name of Krishna, Vishnu, and Dhiya means Buddhi. That Nanda Maharaj welcomed Gargācārya with Athithi Devo Bhava principle. That he saw him as non-different from Adhokshaja. This is one meaning. Sri Baladev Vidyabhushan, in his Vaishnavanandini Tika, he writes that Adhokshaja Dhiya is Bhagavat Tanu Buddhya, which means Nanda Baba saw Gargācārya as a walking temple. Walking temple. Tumar Hriday Sada Govinda Vishram. Pure Vaishnavas, of course, Krishna lives in everybody's heart. But in pure Vaishnavas, in their heart, Krishna lives in full potency. And therefore, their body becomes a mandir. Antara mandire jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal. Antara mandire jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal. Madhava Krishna Gopal. Loe Radha Bame Ridhi Brajadhame. Loe Radha Bame Ridhi Brajadhame. O Krishna, please live in my heart. Antaro Mandire Jago Jago Madhava Krishna Gopal. O Krishna, make this body of mine as your temple. Make this heart of mine as your altar, and you appear as Prana Pratishtha, as the Vigraha, you appear in my heart. And don't come alone. Loe Radha Bame Ridhi Brajodhame. Please bring Sri Radharani with you, and when both of you enter my heart will become Vrindavan. Loe means bring. Radha Bame to your left. Loe Radha Bame Ridhi Brajodhame. Sundara Nanda Gopal Madhava Krishna Gopal. All acharyas write prayers like this. Even Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Mama Mano Mandire Roho Nishidin Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Mama Mano Mandire Roho Nishidin. Oh Krishna, day and night, you live in my heart. I don't want anything else. मेरो मन मंदिर में एक बार तो आ जाओ गिरिधारी गिरिधारी बनवारी मनमोहन कुंज विहारी प्यारे आ जाओ गिरिधारी. So many acharyas have written, मेरे मन मंदिर में एक बार तो आ जाओ गिरिधारी. Oh Shri Krishna, oh Shri Shyam Sundar, please come in my heart. Idam te vapunath gopala balam Sada me manasyavi rastam ki manyai. Even Satyavrat Rishi in Damodarashtakam, he says, "Oh Krishna, please appear in my heart. Astam ki manyai. What other desire apart from this would I ask you for?" There's only one desire, which means pure Vaishnavas, because they have been begging Krishna to appear out of love, Krishna has appeared in their heart. Bhavadvida Bhagavata tirthi kurvanti tirthani swa antastena gadabrata. Pure Vaishnavas are such that they can make tirthas into tirthas. Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho. They are Tirtha personified. Why? Swa Antastena Gadabrata. Krishna who holds Gada, he lives in their heart. So all of these praman, all of these proofs we can see that pure Vaishnavas like Gargācārya, Krishna lives in their heart in full potency. Therefore, they are a traveling, moving temple. So Nanda Maharaj saw this. So first is Athithi Narayana. He saw that guest, any unexpected guest, Adhokshaja Buddhi, Krishna is coming, Adhokshaja Dhi. Second meaning, pure Vaishnavas, Adhokshaja Sri Hari lives in them. So therefore, Adhokshaja Dhiya, understanding that by serving them, Krishna is served, Nanda Maharaj welcomed. Third meaning is Adhokshaja Dhiya. Here the word Adhokshaja refers to Krishna. Krishna. Why is Krishna called Adhokshaja? According to Srila Sanatan Goswami Pad in his Brihad Vaishnav Toshini, he writes, the word Adha means below. And the word Aksha means a cartwheel, shakat. And Ja means to appear. So one chapter before this was the pastime of Shakatasur's deliverance. So when the cart collapsed and came down, then what happened? Krishna came from underneath that cart. So when the cart came down, nobody could see Krishna. But then it was almost like Krishna was appearing for the second time. Second Janma. So Ja means Janma, Aksha means cartwheel, and Adha means down. So Krishna came from under the cartwheel in Shakatasur Leela. Therefore Adha, Aksha, Ja, Adhokshaja. Sripad Sanatan Goswami Pad ki jai. Such beautiful explanation. So here the word Adhokshaja refers to my Gopal, Nanda Maharaj is thinking. Because Shakat Bhanjan Leela has just, if you remember Sri Jiva Goswami's comment, that Namakaran takes place between Shakat pastime and Trinavarth pastime. So Shakatasur Leela has just taken place. So Nanda Maharaj thinking about his child Krishna, the protective instinct for Adhokshaja, thinking that why are so many evil omens coming on my child? Why did Putana come? Why did that cart break and try to kill my child? So thinking about Adhokshaja, his own child's protection, Dhiya, with that thought process, he welcomed Gargācārya that please come and protect my child. My child is in great anxiety. My child, I think, is haunted by some ghost or some past life samskar. Oh, Garga, now that you have come, please, Adhokshajidhiya. He is welcoming Gargācārya, thinking about his own child. Now Gargācārya has come. Now my child can be given a name. Now my child can be protected. My child can be applied. Tilak, Gomutrena Snapayitva Punargora Jasarbhakam. With Gomutra and cow dung, some tilak can be put on the body of my Gopal by Gargācārya. Thinking like this, Nanda Maharaj welcomed Gargācārya. Another explanation has been given by Srila Sanatan Goswami for the word Adhokshajadhiya. See, Bhagavatam will not let us go so easily. Each verse is all attractive. Krishna is Bhagavatam, right? Krishna is Bhagavatam, no, non-different. And just like Krishna is all attractive, Bhagavatam is all attractive. Just like Krishna has many forms, every word of Bhagavatam has many forms, many meanings, and very attractive. Every verse of Bhagavatam, like a magnet, is attracting. Even if our hearts are iron filings which are rusted by lust. The rust of lust is there in the iron filings of our heart. Still, Bhagavatam is such an all-attractive Krishna magnet that it attracts our heart. So Srila Sanatan Goswami, he gives another explanation to the word Adhokshajadhiya. He says, Indriya Jnana Agocharo Pi Bhagavan Ayam Sakshat Bhuto Iti Buddhya. He writes that the word Adhokshaja means beyond sense perception. Akshaja means sense perception. That which you can see, that which we can hear, that which we can smell, etc. is called Akshaja. And Adhokshaja is that which is beyond sense perception. So God is called Adhokshaja because we can't see him, we can't hear him, we can't smell him, we can't embrace him, right? He's beyond, as it is described, Athashri Krishna Namadi, na bhavet grahyam indriyahi. Our senses cannot catch Krishna. Our senses cannot catch Krishna. But nama giram viduraya manasas chetasamapi. Our senses cannot catch him, but he can catch our senses. This is possible. Therefore, we can see Krishna entered the mind of Vasudev. Gajendra says that mind cannot catch God. But when God catches the mind, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So Vasudev Maharaj's Leela, you can see Krishna enters the mind of Vasudev to teach all of us that if you can make your mind like Vasudev, Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabdhitam, if you can make your heart and mind pure like Vasudev Maharaj, tolerant and forgiving and humble and devotional like Vasudev Maharaj, then your mind cannot catch me, no problem, I will catch your mind. Krishna is saying. So God is called Adhokshaja. In general, we can see him. Similarly, pure Vaishnavas are also Adhokshaja. Why? Even if we find them, we may not know that they are pure Vaishnavas. Imagine doing parikrama in Vrindavan. We may be walking around and we may not know who is a pure devotee and who's not. It's possible next to us, walking with us, could be a Bhava Bhakta who has extreme, selfless, unconditional, unmotivated love for Krishna. It's possible. But because, like Krishna, Krishna cannot be perceived so easily by the senses, pure Vaishnavas are also Adhokshaja. They cannot be seen so easily. Even if they are seen, they cannot be understood so easily. Vaishnavera Kriyamudra Bigyeno Bhujay. Vaishnavas cannot be understood. It's possible somebody is sitting on the steps of Vrindavan temple and they're saying Radhe Radhe, Maya Radhe Radhe. They're asking for some money. It's possible. And we may think that they are beggars, but it's possible that they're pure Vaishnavas who are living off the dust and living off Madhukari. It's possible. We don't know. We can't judge the book by its cover. So just like Krishna is beyond sense perception, pure Vaishnavas are beyond sense perception, and it is extremely rare to find them. So when Nanda Maharaj saw Gargācārya Adhokshaja Dhiya with the understanding, oh, how rare it is to find pure Vaishnavas, and that Garga is coming to my home. Oh, what great fortune. So in this way, Nanda Maharaj, he welcomes Gargācārya, and what happens, we will see tomorrow. We will pause here, and verse 3 onwards, we will study tomorrow. Slowly but surely, Krishna is getting his name. Krishna will start to walk. Of course, crawl first, and then start to walk, and then start to run, and then start to cheat, and then start to steal, and then start to lie. All of this in this one chapter. So much nectar to come. Thank you so much. Srila Gurudeva ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna.